We are used to thinking that we know the history of our planet and the laws of the universe. But what if I told you that right now there are artifacts and signals that literally defy logic? Science is a powerful tool, but sometimes it falters in the face of reality. Today, we will examine 5 mysteries that are not just unsolved, but literally call all our knowledge into question. Imagine a world where a book cannot be read even by the greatest minds, and where something exists in space that attracts us in defiance of the laws of physics. This is not science fiction. This is our reality. From an unreadable folio to an invisible monster lurking in the depths of space, this will be a long and strange journey down the rabbit hole. Make yourself comfortable. We're starting. Let's go! Number 1. The Voynich Manuscript. The Unreadable Truth. This is a 15th century book discovered in an ancient monastery. It is written in a completely unknown language, unlike any other. The history of the manuscript is full of mysteries. It belonged to kings and emperors, including Rudolf II, who believed in its alchemical power. They all tried to understand what was written in it, but without success. At the beginning of the 20th century, the antiquarian Wilfrid Voynich discovered it at a villa in Italy. Since then, the manuscript has borne his name, but its secrets remain locked away even after centuries. The book has 3 main sections. The first is botanical. Here, there are hundreds of drawings of plants. But here's the catch. Not a single botanist in the world has been able to identify these species. It looks like flora from another planet. There is also a biological section with strange drawings of people in green pools connected by complex pipes. Some see this as alchemical processes, while others interpret it as a description of extraterrestrial technologies. The second section is astronomical. Here, zodiac signs and star maps are depicted, but they do not correspond to our sky, as if the author was looking at the stars from another point in space or time. Radiocarbon analysis conducted in 2009 confirmed that the parchment was made between 1404 and 1438. This is not a forgery, the book is real. The best cryptographers and the smartest AI couldn't decipher a single word. In fact, after that, the AI seemed to ask for a vacation and a bottle of machine oil. A complete dead end. There is a theory that this is the greatest hoax in history, but to create hundreds of pages of meaningful yet unreadable text without a single mistake, that would have required decades of backbreaking labor. For what purpose? Recent studies suggest that it might be a proto-Romance language written in a unique alphabet. But the debates within the scientific community are only heating up. The mystery has no end. It's a complete dead end. Let's move on. Number 2. The Signal. Wow, are we alone? In '77, the Big Ear telescope picked up something incredible. Apparently, someone in the universe really did forget to turn off the iron. The signal lasted exactly 72 seconds. Its frequency, 1420 MHz, matches the hydrogen line. It is precisely at this frequency that we ourselves would search for intelligent life in space. It's the perfect code. Astronomer Jerry Eman, upon seeing the printout the next morning, was so amazed that he simply circled the data and wrote, "Wow!" This exclamation became a symbol of our hope for contact, but after the excitement came a period of waiting. That very same Big Ear telescope no longer exists. It was dismantled in the late 90s to make room for a golf course. But the signal it captured still echoes through science. Many have tried to explain it as the passage of comets, but the scientific community quickly debunked these theories. Comets cannot produce such a narrow band and powerful signal. It was something else, something that wanted to be heard. In 2012, humanity even sent a reply signal to the same point in space. Thousands of messages from people all over the world. But we never received a response. The constellation Sagittarius remains silent. We searched for this signal for decades, but it never repeated again. Was it a one-time greeting from an alien civilization, or a glitch in the very fabric of reality? The answer is still out there, among the stars. We are still alone. Or are we? Number 3. The Nazca Lines. Geoglyphs for the gods. Hundreds of giant drawings are scattered across the Peruvian desert, visible only from great heights. On the ground, they are simply impossible to notice. It is a wonder of the ancient world. The lines gained worldwide fame in 1939 when American archaeologist Paul Kosuk flew over the plateau in an airplane. He saw what people had overlooked for thousands of years: giant figures. Everything is here, from spiders and hummingbirds to strange monkeys. But how could ancient people create such figures with perfect proportions without being able to rise into the air? It is a mathematical masterpiece with no room for error. The German researcher Maria Reike dedicated her entire life to studying these lines. She lived in the desert and protected them. She believed that it was a giant astronomical calendar for determining the time of planting. But some of the lines look too strange. Perfectly flat plateaus, mountaintops cut off, all of this eerily resembles modern runways, as if someone was preparing a place for large objects to land. Quite recently, with the help of drones and artificial intelligence, scientists have discovered hundreds more new geoglyphs. They are smaller in size, but even more complex. The ancients drew entire messages on the ground. But for whom? This gave rise to theories about ancient spaceports. It sounds like a plot from Ren TV, but when you don't have GPS and you really want to draw, you can come up with anything. Let's move on. Number 4. The Mandela Effect. A glitch in the Matrix is a phenomenon of collective false memory, when millions of people are convinced they remember events and details that never actually happened. It's chilling to the bone. You remember the famous bear's last name as Berenstein, but in reality they've always been Berenstain. Or the monocle on the Monopoly man. It never existed. This isn't just bad memory, it's a systemic error. Or the black stripe on Pikachu's tail. That doesn't exist either. Either we've all collectively lost our minds, or the Matrix is just messing with us by erasing small details. Intrigued? This is just the beginning. And what about the Fruit of the Loom logo? Millions of people remember a cornucopia behind the fruit, but the company insists it never existed. How could we all be wrong about the same detail? It's confusing. It's a glitch in the system. Even the famous phrase, "Luke, I am your father," from Star Wars actually goes, "No, I am your father." But everyone remembers it differently. Even the actor who played Darth Vader remembered the incorrect version. How is that possible? A glitch in the code? It seems so. And do you remember the ending of the song "We Are the Champions"? Many people would swear that Freddie Mercury sings of the world at the very end, but in the studio version, it's not there. The song just cuts off. This drives millions of fans crazy. Science says it's false memory and collective suggestibility. But conspiracy theorists are convinced we've moved to a parallel universe, or someone just updated the code of our reality and forgot about the little bugs in our heads. Bug after bug. Let's head to the finale. And finally, number 5. The Great Attractor. Where are we all heading? It's a gravitational anomaly so powerful that it pulls in our galaxy and thousands of others at millions of kilometers per hour. It's a cosmic vacuum cleaner. We can't see what it is. It's a huge invisible magnet dragging us into the unknown. It's as if the universe decided to do a deep clean with a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner. Gravity that breaks the laws of physics. But the Great Attractor is not the end. It turns out that it, along with everything around us, is moving toward an even more massive object, the Shapley supercluster. This is a scale that the human mind cannot comprehend. We are just grains of sand in a hurricane. We are part of the Laniakea supercluster, which in Hawaiian means immense heavens, and all of it is rushing toward a single point. We are flying toward our doom or a new beginning. No one can give an answer. This is the greatest mystery of the cosmos, one we cannot see, but we can feel its power. This anomaly challenges the standard model of the expanding universe. According to all the laws, galaxies should be flying apart from each other, but the Great Attractor suggests the opposite. It is waiting for us, and it will get us sooner or later. It is inevitable. Mysteries are the fuel for our progress. Perhaps the answer to one of these mysteries will change our understanding of reality forever. We are merely observers in this complex and beautiful code of the universe. Everything is only just beginning. Are you ready for the answers? Which of these mysteries seems the creepiest to you? Write in the comments. Subscribe to Hip Top. Here we tell the truth. See you soon in new dimensions. Let's keep going.